getting ultras just because I can. I didn't even think about the compositions or anything like that, and ultras, if there's two Terran units that they suck against besides air, it's Thors and Marauders, so kind of a silly little move right there. So that's kind of the big mistake of this game. Still no Hydroden anywhere. Do have some Infestors though, so that's pretty awesome. I'm going to be able to stick his guys to the ground while my ultras do work on them. If we look at the production, he's now getting Terran weapons, number 3. Maybe a little too much of a transfer here. There's still some pretty valuable minerals right here. Now running off 3 base to my 4 base. He does scout this base with these 2 Vikings, and they're going to be quite pesky. I can speak right now. They're going to be landing back behind these mineral fields and doing a lot of sniping of these drones. Fortunately, I am extremely oversaturated. I'm waiting to put them back on here. And he's going to be sniping a couple. 2 kills. 3 kills on each. Finally sending the Lings in. Going to do a little bit of damage with my 2/2 Lings now. And he's going to run away. I think he also might have scouted my Ultralisk, and he was probably just laughing at that point, thinking, dude, why are you getting Ultras, man? I've got Marauders and Thors. You're retarded. So, 3 Infestors, tons of Lings, and lots of Ultras as well. How many Ultras do I have here? 5 Ultras, moving out, setting up a nice little position here to assault his main in the southeastern position. But notice here, I actually, when I got my hive earlier and when I'm getting it now, I clicked on my pool several times trying to research my adrenal glands, but I actually didn't have enough gas, so it's like the warp gate that I thought I destroyed in the other video. But here we go. Nope, looks like I'm gonna back out. What am I waiting for? Oh, I'm waiting for my Infestors. Infestors, Lings, and Ultras going in. So many Lings. Ultras taking the front door. Lings getting a nice little surround. Beautiful fungal growth. I don't have any neural parasite right now. Another fungal growth, 2 more fungal growths going down, and Lings getting a very nice surround despite my Ultras getting completely taken out. These Lings are just cleaning up. I was actually not paying attention to this battle. Let me get back faster here. And I was macroing up, and I came back here and I was like, what? I won that fight? I was just so surprised I even won that. Nice little save of his Thor though, able to lift it up and bring it back a little bit. This poor Ultra just isn't paying attention. He's got his eyes shut, and he's just going to run away and probably going to die here. He's actually really fast. These Stim Marauders are having a hard time keeping up with him. Another Marauder, or Ultra, just like, what's up, dude? You're going to die later. Oh, so are you. Sorry. Rallying Lings. Lots of Lings. Muta's rallying to this location. Not keeping track of them as best as I should. I'm actually too busy macroing, trying to saturate my 3rd base here. He's running off 3. I'm running off 4 right now, so I'm not looking too bad. Be able to snipe out that Thor. And cool thing about Ultras when they're attacking Thors is that look at all these SCVs. Oh, cleaving all of them. Oh, you did your job. You did your job, young Ultra. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Oh, that was intense. But if we look at the army count, now 148 to 132. Not too well saturated on that. Very nice saturation here. And I'm continuing to inject everywhere. What do we see here? No Hydroden, but at least we have a greater Spire. Jimmy not in really any position to attack right now. I've just got so many units rallied here, and my Lings and Ultras will be 3-3 by the end of this game, I promise. Not doing any research right now, but my minerals and gas is getting a little bit high. Why? Because I'm producing units with a very inefficient mineral to gas ratio. Still not seeing any roaches. That's fine because roaches, yes. Where's the Hydra Den, PsY? Yes, there it is. There's the Hydra Den. Unfortunately, I have no Hydra upgrades. There's the 3-3 going down. Producing a couple Lings just for a little bit of map control and reconnaissance. And Jimmy is content to just kind of hang back, upgrade his Marauders all the way, get a couple of Thor attacks, I believe. Yeah, he's going for his first one right now. And he should really play a little bit more aggressive. He's just giving me this entire side of the map. I could have taken this high yield a long time ago. Look at this. I'm back up to 190. Dinking around with my Mutas a little bit. 78 Zerglings to his 38 Marauders, 2 Thors, 96 Zerglings now, and 4 Ultras, 5 Mutas, and 2 Infestors. Even pumping out some Corruptors, 4 more Corruptors coming, or completed rather. Unfortunately, my Greater Spire is just now finishing, so fortunately rather. 4 Broodlords coming out, and what I should have done at this point is maybe killed off some Zerglings to produce even more Broodlords, because I think I still have some Corruptors. Well, I've got 1 more on the way out anyway. So, I am content at this point to hold him to 3 bases, take my 5th base, and just continue the mining. I do have my Hydrogen up. You're going to be seeing some Hydras in play. Doing very well on the saturation here. And if we look at this queen has been at this main base the entire game, 26 minutes. And I think this is good that I only have 100 spare energy on this queen. If you think of all the injects that I'm doing, 100 spare energy isn't bad at all. So I'm pretty happy about that kind of macro. If we look at the APM, let's see, I'm averaging about 130 APMs this game. That's kind of what I'm at in most games, so I think that's pretty good. It's definitely, you definitely see a lot of better players than me at less APM, so I'll say that. It's not too bad. Unit counting station, 2 ghosts. Whoa, are we going to see some EMP? Where are those ghosts? Oh, we're going to see a nuke. I forgot about those. Yes, some nukes. Zerglings. Okay, I know where his army is over here because my Zerglings were just there. They ran up here, so I'm going to go into his expansion, try to kill whatever I can. And he's still got plenty of gas, about 1,300 gas left at his expansion. So let's just kill off these SCVs. My Zerglings are still 2-2. I'm just too happy about that. And I'm going to get a little surround on these Marauders as well. Medevacs are so darn annoying though. Able to kill both of those Marauders. And this huge ground force will clean them up. So, running off my fifth base, fourth mining base. He's at 4 bases as well with only 2 mining bases. So still looking alright at this point as a Zerg player, especially on cross positions. You always want to have more bases than your opponent. So doing well in that regard. And check out what I did with these Overlords. I've actually staggered them in such a way that I can see any kind of medevac dropping that they're going to do against me. I just have to keep an eye on the minivap. Speak of the devil, here's one right now. Can I see it? Yes, I can see it clear as day. Unfortunately, one of my bad habits is not looking at the minimap as much as I should. So he's going to drop that ghost in here. Looks like I'm preparing another assault on his base. 5 Broodlords. Cool thing about upgrading for melee units when you transition into Broodlords is that your Broodlings actually get your armor and attack for melee, and it makes them quite strong once they land. Nuke going down. Holy cow. First place I checked. Let me just go back here, get on my vision, and check out my player cam and wait for that nuke to come. There it is. Checking my main, checking my furthest exposed expansion, and there's that little dot. Notice how I was going to check this location, then this, and then probably my army. I should have checked my army first perhaps, but I don't think he actually saw where I was. So kind of little interesting little trick. If you're going to get nuked, check your tech and check your most exposed expansion. Here we go, another little battle here, actually a huge battle. Unfortunately, my army gets quite split up. 2 beautiful fungal growths, but my ultras are up here attacking this planetary fortress. My Broodlords are as well, and my Zerglings are just getting torn up. Those poor little buggers eating as much damage as they can. Vikings in the field trying to snipe away these Broodlords, but Corruptors decent against Vikings, tanking a lot of damage, not the best DPS against them, but if you'll notice, my entire ground force has been wiped out. But look, I still have 5 Broodlords. What are they doing? They are just ripping apart these Thors. These Broodlings do so much damage on impact and just continue to eat away at them with their melee attacks. Look at how cool they are. So very powerful right there, just need a little bit more AA. I'm going to try to do as much damage to these Marauders as I can because I don't really have a prayer of running away from these guys. So that nuke did land on my hatchery. I was able to pull those drones away and then get back to mining. Nukes aren't that detrimental at all as long as you spot them. Even if they're going to stick a nuke on your base, that's just fine. So this Broodlord able to take out a couple more Marauders before they get all wiped out. And if we look at the production tab, 11 more Ultras. Why am I still getting Ultras? I need to get some Hydras. Here we go. Finally some Hydras. Hydras and Lings and Infestors would have been the perfect composition against this force. Or Broodlords, of course. But Broodlords are good against anything on the ground, really. So, except Blinkstalkers. Blinkstalkers do pretty well. And if we look at the Army tab, already at 200. Lost every single unit I had down here. Luckily able to macro up in time, have 200. 11 Ultralisks and lots of Zerglings as well. Nice little, they're getting nice pathing here, and a lot of them are attacking at once. Now he's trying to take advantage of the clumsiness of the Ultra, tuck himself in the corner here. Luckily, this little Ultra back there able to get behind and kill those Marauders and Hydras. Look at how much they can tank, man. They are so tanky. I love Hydras. Love Hydra so much that I barely even got this game. Okay, and another teaching trick. Psy, once again, player cam. Listen for the nuke. Nuclear launch. What am I going to check? What did he do last time? He tried to nuke this expansion, seeing it, moving it away. Hey, you just wasted 100 minerals and 100 gas. Sure, you delayed my mining, but that is just fine. As long as I'm able to get my drones out of there, you know, you can nuke all day. Actually, not all day, because if it does one more nuke, my hatchery will die, so that'd be bad. Moving up to the top expansion. Once this expansion died right here, his SCVs automatically moved up here, and that gave away that he had another expansion there, although I would have checked it pretty soon anyway. So Ultra's able to run over that force. Now in this game, I wanted to highlight how poor my unit selection was. Against his Thors and Marauders, I got Mutas, which not so great, and Zerglings and a couple Roaches. Zerglings okay, not against huge amounts of Marauders with no support. Roaches not good at all. I got lucky that I was able to kill his Thors with my Mutas. If he had one or two more Thors or did a little better job repairing, I would have been dead meat easily. And he just sniped out my hive. He probably could have run up and just sniped out everything. I would have lost the game right there. But luckily my macro made up for all of my poor choices in unit selection. This ghost just kind of hanging out like, yeah, I'm a baller. 2 nukes, but only 2 kills. Yeah, I'm not going to tell my friends. So we're seeing here he's barely hanging on at this point. He's only off 1 mining base, and he's got hardly any minerals here. Rolling in with a couple ultras here. I know how much you guys want to see a longer game, some ultras, brood lords, that sort of thing, and you are seeing it all in this game, so I hope you are enjoying it. Still working off this, and one thing Jimmy could have done much better in this game is do a lot more harass. Do some medevac drops on this location, this location. Sure, I had overlords, but I can't always respond immediately to those kind of threats. Stimming up. I'm trying to run my Zerglings past him to get us around. There we go. Ultra's just going to chew through this force. Oh, that's just so cool. How many zoom-ins of Ultras can you get in one game? We'll find out. One of the best combinations ever is Hydra Ultra. They're just... Hydras are DPS machines and Ultras are tank machines, and it's just so cool having them together. But this is all Jimmy has left. He really should have switched to something else. Even though I wasn't responding the best with the units I was getting, he should have switched to something like, I don't know, battle cruisers, tanks. Tanks wouldn't really work against Ultras though. Anything else, but this was the real This Is Jimmy, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a long game. I'm not too experienced with the longer games as far as casting and playing goes, so I hope I did alright. Let me know what you guys think and what both of us could have done better this game, because it was by no means a perfect game. So thanks a lot, you guys, for watching, and have a peachy evening.